on, but don't mess up your edges because we worked really hard on them. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to take your face from this to this. Today we're going to be contouring and sculpting out our face. Right now I don't have any contour, I don't have any highlight, no concealer, no nothing, just my foundation and brows. And I know I probably look really flat, very one-dimensional, so I'm going to show you guys how to snatch your face, lift those cheekbones, and make that nose look like you can breathe, honey, okay? So if you want to know how to contour your face, go ahead and keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and catch up on any videos that you may have missed. But now we're going to go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so before I get started, it is time for me to shape up my eyebrows. So when I shape my eyebrows, I use like one of these little, I think it's like a dermaplane razor, but you can get them at the hair store. They're like 80 cents. Sometimes you can get like a pack of them. They do come with a little blade guard, so you won't, you know, slice yourself up. A lot of times when I've gone to get my eyebrows done, they do them too thin, and I hate that, and I don't want to be walking around looking like a naked mole rat. So here we go. To highlight and contour your face, you're only going to need a few products. You're going to need a good concealer. I have several here. You're also going to need some setting powder. I also have this one. Now for my setting powders, these two Revolution powders that I use, I do mix those and I just put them in this little container. That way I'm not having to mix them every time I need to use them. You're also going to need some type of face brush. Nothing too big. You want it to be small enough to actually be able to carve out your cheeks. You don't want anything too big or too fluffy to where you're not able to control where you are placing your darker colors. You're also going to need some type of beauty sponge. You're going to need a face powder that is close to or the same color as your skin tone. And last but not least, you are going to want your contour shades. Most of the time I use a cream and a powder. If I don't use the cream, I'll just use the powder. However, if I do apply my cream contours, I will go back and set it with my powder color. And that's it. So for my highlight colors, I'm going to try to keep everything drugstore. So if this is your first time trying to highlight and contour your face, you're not going out and spending a lot of money, because I will tell you that this concealer that I love, it'll run you about $35 to $40. So this is going to be a very quick and easy, affordable tutorial. So if you're needing to run out and grab some of these things before the holiday parties start, you know, you can run out and do those without breaking the bank. Especially, like I said, if this is your first time and you're experimenting, I wouldn't suggest going out and spending $300 on cream, highlights, and contours, and then you never use it again. Typically what I'll do afterwards is I will go in with my highlight shade. I have the color Warm Honey and I have the color Fawn. As you can see, Fawn is a little bit darker, just a little. So I'm gonna be going in, Fawn is also almost gone because I use it all the time. So I'm going to squeeze some of this out. For your highlight, you always want to place your lighter colors in the areas where your face is naturally illuminated from the sunlight, whether it's, you know, just indoor lighting. You want to place the lighter shades on those naturally lit places. So those are going to be the places that are kind of in the forefront of your face, which would be right under your eyes, your chin, the bridge of your nose, and your forehead. Some people like to highlight their Cupid's bow. Me, on the other hand, I don't really have one. focus on that area. Most of the time, I just focus on under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. Now, if my hair is in my face, I do not necessarily focus too much attention to the forehead area because it's going to be covered up anyway, and it's just kind of no point. So I'm going to start by squeezing out some of the concealer and just placing it right underneath my eyes. And for a beginner, what you would want to do is, you see how I'm kind of putting it in the shape of a triangle? You want to do like a triangular shape underneath your eye. Okay, so when you place your contour, we're gonna look a little crazy for a little while, but that's okay. Because in the end, this face is gonna be flawless and everybody's gonna be like, sis, these cheekbones, this nose, how? Teach me. So you want to place the concealer, like I said, in a triangular shape underneath your eyes. You want to go straight down the side of your nose, and you want to stop, like if you smile, you see where your cheek is? You want the line to cut right on top of your cheek. So like you kind of see how it's already starting to sculpt out my face. That's what you want to see. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Okay, and that is the first place for our highlight. Now, I always like to do under my eyes first. That way it'll give my concealer a chance to set and kind of get a little tacky. So that way when I go to blend everything out, I'm not picking up too much of that color and spreading it all over my face. I'm just kind of patting it into my skin so it'll blend a little bit smoother. Next, you want to take a little bit more and you want to take it straight down the center of your nose. All right. Now you want to put a small triangle on your chin. And that's basically what's going to pull your face down to that point. So you can already tell, like you can already start to see where the structure is going. And so if you really want to get like technical with it, it should be like a straight line from the tip of your chin all the way up. So like you should be able to have an entire triangle right here in your face. So that's kind of what slims your face and brings it down to that point. So, you know, it gets rid of all that double chin, contour, highlight, snatch it up. We're going to take some on our forehead. And what I'll do is so when I do my nose, I'll always kind of start right in between my eyebrows and drag it down to the tip of my nose. Then I'll make 3 lines off of that line. So those are like my tree branches. And that is the first step in contouring your face. So as you can see, when you make it to this point, you should have 4 triangles on your face and everything should be like right here. Does it make sense? Yeah? No? Okay. So now here comes the fun part. Now we're going to start contouring. While this is kind of drying down, we're going to take our contour and this is going to go right in your cheeks. So you can make your fish face to find where your natural contour is. And once you do it for a while, you'll kind of start to learn where your natural contour is without having to necessarily make your fish face. But today we're gonna make our fish face and contour our face. So make your fish face. Now, this is the tricky part. You want it to get a little wider when it comes back up to your hairline and ear. So you want it to be a little wide here, and then you want it to get skinny right here where your when you made your fish face, where your cheeks went in. So now you should see another set of lines, and you want to connect that one and then just drag it down underneath your chin. Not like at an angle, but you'll see where the line is. And last but not least, you want to drag a small amount down the sides of your nose. And you want to stop where your nostril is. And you don't want to go straight down. You kind of want to go at a curve and drag it into your eye socket, kind of like right below your eyebrow. So, as a guide, this is what your face is going to look like. All right, so now that we are here, we are ready to blend. So you want to grab your sponge, and you want to do this with a wet sponge. I just spray mine with a little bit of toner to keep my sponge moist and to keep the moisture in my face. And you want to dab. You don't want to wipe it. And once you get your highlight, I drag, you know how I was saying how some people highlight their Cupid's bow? What I do is when I'm blending out underneath my eyes, I'll just drag that onto my upper lip. So I just drag any extra instead of actually applying more in that area. So once you have that blended out, then you want to kind of turn your sponge to the cleaner side and start working on that contour shade. And this is when you'll start to mesh the two together. And you also want to take that contour shade all the way to the ear and into the hairline. But don't mess up your edges because we worked really hard on them. Okay, so now you can see how it just seamlessly goes to that contour shade. And then you want to take a small amount of the highlight and go underneath the contour right along your jawbone. And that's what's going to define the contour a little bit more. All right, so now that we have everything all blended out, except for our nose, what I do with my nose is I take a small brush and blend out my nose. And then I go on the sides. And like I said, you want to drag that contour right underneath your eyebrow into your eye socket, the crease in your eye. And that's it. We have blended out all of the cream. So once you've done that, you want to go back in and make sure there are no creases underneath your eyes before you apply your setting powder. Now, if you have places where your eyes have creased and that concealer has kind of collected in the creases, it's not going to cover it up if you apply the powder on top of that. You have to blend out those creases, otherwise it's just going to look way worse once you set the powder. Go under our eyes again just to make sure everything is nice and smooth. And then you want to take your sponge into your powder. Actually, I'm going to use this one. So this one is by Black Radiance. It is the True Complexion Loose Setting Powder in the color Banana. And I like this powder because it's a little smoother. It almost has a like buttery feel to it over the Revolution ones. I do like the Revolution. They actually have another one in the shade Terracotta. I love it because it is chocolate girl friendly, but Ulta was out when I went to go get some more. But you want to take your sponge, and my camera will adjust. Okay, you want to take your sponge and just dip it in the powder. So you're going to get a little bit on there. You're going to tap off any extra. And we're just going to go right underneath our eye in the same place that you placed that lighter concealer color. You may also have to pinch your sponge when you get closer to your nose because you don't want this setting powder to get on top of your contour color. And we're going to put it on our chin and a little bit on our jawline to define that contour a little. See, you can already see it. Bruh. Yes. So when you place your setting powder on your face and let it sit for a while, it's called baking. And it's basically just giving the powder a chance to soak into all of that cream, all those creamy products, and it basically just adheres it to your face. So after you have this on, you want to, I don't bake for a very long time. Then I go in and brush away any excess, because sometimes if it sits for too long, that's when you'll start looking really cakey. Next, I'm going to go in with my contour shade. So on that same brush, you can still kind of see the contour, but where we brushed away the setting powder, it may have overlapped. So this is why we always go in with a powder on top. I like to just put it on the corner of my brush, not the entire brush. And then we're going to make our fish face again and go on top of that contour shade. And I'm also going to drag it around my hairline, because where we highlighted our forehead, it took some of the shadow away off of our forehead. So that brought the shadows back to our face. Now I'm going to take some on a smaller brush and go down the sides of my nose. After that, I'm going to go in with this MAC. I think this is, I really don't know what color this is because I kind of don't have the label on it anymore. But it has a little red in it. So it's going to put some color back into our face because even though you can see the contour, you can see the highlight, we are still a little flat. So I'm going to take this and go a little bit on top of where the contour is. And you see the difference? And to top it all off, highlight. This is my favorite part. Oh, look at that. And just dust it right on my cheekbone. Look at that. Sis is glowing. Love it. I love it here. And because all of that powder kind of got on my lower lashes, I'm going to apply some more mascara. And no holiday look is complete without a red lip. This is also by LA Girl. It is their Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the color Vamp. Once my lips are aligned, I'm going to go in with, what color is this? Well, I don't know what color this is, but it is also by Black Radiance. And it's this pretty red color. I forgot how cute my lipsticks can look. Okay, so also I just saw that I had a little makeup on my teeth. So an easy fix for that, you can either take a napkin and, you know, blot on there, or you can just take your thumb or your knuckle and like that, and it'll take any lipstick that you may have like on the insides of your lips that may touch your teeth. So that's a quick little hack for you so you won't be walking around with red lipstick on your teeth. That's going to be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned how to contour and highlight your face like a pro. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you decide to try this out for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram using the link below. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.